Vintage cameras. This time we've got a Kodak Brownie 620 Model E. Now this dates back to 1947. According to all the information I found on the internet, because these are quite old cameras. This one came out, this particular model, came out in 1953, went through to 1957. So this model here, you look down through either of the two viewfinders, that one on the top or on the side, and you compose your photo like so, looking down through the viewfinder and out through the lens. Now, landscape mode, portrait mode. Aperture is apparently f11 and the focal length of around about 100 millimeters. It's not really for close-ups. There is a way you can get a slightly closer focal length. Now that's with the portrait slider here. There's two sliders on here. The one is for a filter, a yellow filter for darkening the skies using black and white film, which these will come out in black and white film with black and white film anyway. And the other one is the rear lever is a portrait filter. And apparently that brings the focal length down to, yeah, it says like the focal length normally is set to around about 10 feet, which is around about 3.3 meters. But with the portrait slider, it brings it down to within 5 to 10 feet. So you can get within, yeah, a reasonably close distance for a portrait. So it obviously magnifies the image a little bit. So yeah, that's those two sliders on the side here. Now there's also a little lever here, and there's I and B. B, which is probably self-explanatory, is bulb mode. So you put it into bulb mode, you press the shutter down for as long as your exposure should be. This one you're going to have to calculate it out manually, and then release it. And then I, it's just, and this, yeah, this shutter mechanism sticks a little bit. As you see, takes a while before it clicks back. Now beside that is a little lock. You've got a little locking button so that you don't accidentally hit the shutter button, because apparently these rolls of film only hold about 8 images, so you wouldn't want to go, yeah, see, that takes quite a while. You wouldn't want to be accidentally shooting a few frames when you've only got 8 frames on the roll. Now beside the shutter release button there's a couple of contacts for a flash. So the shutter speed on this camera is around about 1/40th to 1/50th of a second. You can't adjust it. But yeah, it's quite a cool old camera. Actually, it looks like a face. 2 eyes, nose, but it's lacking a mouth. Should probably just draw a mouth on there. But anyway, seriously. Also, we've got 2 tripod mounts. One on the side and one on the bottom. So you can put it into portrait mode or into landscape mode. Now, on the top we have a little leather strap to hold it with. And around the back, to open it up, this clip's probably a little bit worn now, but it's just like a little spring clip that pop up, and then you've got your film cartridge in here, as it says on there. Use 620 film. Once you've got the door open, to get the cartridge out, because see it's locked in place, The winder mechanism you have to pull out, and then you can release the film holder. And as you can see inside, it's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple setup. Now on the film holder, you've got one slot here that goes into, sits in there. Yeah. So yeah, that slot fits in there. So when you push that back in, it locks it in. So your empty spool, that's going to go on the bottom. Put your full roll of film in here. Undo the sticky thing on the film. Pull the film over the little rollers here, across here, and down into here. And then you tuck your film into the little slot here, and give it a little bit of wind around. And then you put it back in. Push your lever back in, your winder back in I should say, close it up, and then you're ready to wind it on. Now in the back here we've got a little red window, and you'll see as you wind it round you'll get some arrows in the direction you wind it, because it goes from the top down, so the arrows will be pointing down. If they're not pointing down, you got it round the wrong way. You probably got the film in the bottom. Okay. But anyway, then you'll see some dots, and then you'll come up to, it'll have 1. So that's when you stop, and then you're ready to shoot. From what I can gather, because I had never used these cameras when I was younger, my dad had one, I know that, but I never got to use it. I wasn't really interested in photography way back then. Apparently you can use 120 film, roll it onto the metal spool, and as long as you've got two metal spools, you can wind that onto this metal spool in here and use 120 film. I don't know if this will even work with the shutter sticking like that. As you can hear that, that's longer than 1/40th or 1/50th of a second. So I dare say that it needs some maintenance to actually work. But anyway, that's pretty much your Brownie 620E Model E film camera from the 50s. Oh yeah, one last thing. There's you can see down here, there's a little screw thread in here, and that apparently you can put a cable release into. So that's quite handy. So if you don't want to bump your camera when pushing it down, because it's quite a stiff shutter release button. Yeah, that's sticking, that needs a bit of work, that does. Yeah, all solid metal, very little in the way of plastics in it. Steel and aluminium, a bit of leather, I'm not sure what, that's probably leather as well. A little bit of only a little bit of plastic on the winder and the shutter release actually. And put it around the lens, that's about it. Yeah, hope you liked that short little video on one of these old vintage cameras. I'll should be bringing you more videos on some of these old cameras in future. I've got a few in the background, as you can see. So shall get on and make a few videos about some of these old ones. And these are all just decorative ones basically. They don't work, just like this one here, just for decoration really. But yeah, I like to get a hold of a real old camera like this in working condition and put a film through it and see what I can create. So let's hope I can find something that's reasonably priced and in good working order, and we'll do some old film photography. So thanks for watching, And please subscribe, hit the like button, and if you want to be notified, if you want to know when I post videos, hit that bell notification down the bottom, and you'll find that you'll get a notification when I post a new video. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.